Hi, my name is Vanessa Lee. I am 21 years old. Today is April 13th, 2019, and I'm speaking with Andre Herrera, who is my friend. We are recording this interview through FaceTime. I'm currently in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Andre is in Chicago, Illinois. I met Andre last year at Michigan State when we were in a summer research opportunities program together, doing research. And so Andre, thanks for coming today or answering my call. And we're going to be asking questions about your family heritage, what kind of student you were at school, and just stuff like that. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So the first question is, what is your ethnic background?
So I am Hispanic. I was born in Ecuador and I came here to the U.S. when I was 10 years old. Right. So 100% Latino. Both parents Ecuadorian. My mom did have a grandpa who was French, but we're mostly Ecuadorian, 100% Ecuadorian, Latino.
Okay. Where's your dad's family from?
They were all born and raised in Ecuador.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And did you mention when you were born or where were you born?
So I was born in 1994, and in the capital of Ecuador, which is Quito. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you moved here at what age?
When I was 10 years old, so in 2004.
Okay. Was it like what is Ecuador like?
So it has mainly three regions. It has the coast, the Orient, and the Sierra. And I'm from the Sierra. Sierra is just where the Andes go through in Ecuador because it's a big mountain range. So it's mostly like high altitude, cold weather, unless it's a hot summer day. But if it's hot, it doesn't get hotter than about 80 degrees. It's super dry. A shit ton of good food, but mostly it's a nice warm weather place compared to like the snowy Chicago that is sort of right now.
What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish overall, or my favorite Ecuadorian dish?
Ecuadorian dish.
Okay, my favorite Ecuadorian dish. So it's this. I don't like fish, but there's this really great fish soup called encebollado. And I don't know what it has. I don't know what type of fish it has in it either. But it doesn't taste like fish at all. And it's just like a bunch of good seasoning with this yam-looking thing called yuca. And a ton of onions. And I don't know, it's just a really good, it's like a fish stew, but it's not fishy at all.
Okay. What traditions have been passed down in your family, if there is any?
Traditions, so we're Catholic, like most of Ecuador is. So I think a lot of traditions just come from the religious traditions that we have. Like during Christmas, 9 days before Christmas Eve, we do like the novenas, which is just like a bunch of prayers like every night until we reach Christmas Eve. But then, other than that, I don't think we really had that many traditions. It's just, just spending time with family, like having parrilladas, which is like Ecuadorian barbecues. And, I don't think we really have that, like, traditions.
Can you talk more about the barbecues?
Oh, sure. So, like, the meat over there is way better than the meat over here. And it's 100 times better. I don't know why, but it just is. So we would go first to the store to buy the meat, and it's a ton of different sausages. Like, there's long sausages, there's round sausage. I mean, there's just a bunch of sausage with meat, and then we just, season that with, It's called chimichurri. And we also season it with some beer on top. But mostly it's like a whole, weekend type of thing. Where we invite the whole family. Some people buy like the meat. Some other people buy like the beer and like like the la parrilla. Like let's go to the bar. I don't know. It's a pretty cool little thing.
Who are your favorite relatives?
Does that include parents and like what do you mean by relatives?
Anyone? I mean, if you want to say someone besides your parents, obviously they're your favorite, but
yeah, obviously. No, yeah. Other than parents or like immediate family, like sister, I have this really cool aunt from my mom's side. She's amazing. She lives in Spain right now with her whole family. But she's my favorite person. And other than that, my mom's brother, who's my uncle, he's also a great guy. I haven't seen him in a while, but it's just a whole bunch of love from them, Mm-hmm. So they're my favorite people.
Do you remember any of the stories they used to tell you? Is there like something your aunt always tells you? Jokes, songs?
Jokes or what else?
Stories, songs, anything that reminds you of her.
She tells me a few stories when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
So, cause since she lives in Spain, she used to live in Germany before.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen her like maybe like 6 times in total my whole life, cause she's visited either Ecuador or Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like stories when I was like little and stupid. Like apparently I got in some trouble with my cousin one time.
What did you do?
We were in the car and she was being annoying. My cousin was like a year or two younger than me, and she wouldn't shut up. And I was like, "Do you want pizza?" And she was like, "Pizza, oh, great." And I was like, "Here, have an invisible pizza." And she started crying, and I was like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But then my aunt was like, "Do you want pizza?" And I obviously knew she was going to pull the same fucking trick on me. So I was like, "Sure, I want pizza." He's like, "Here, have an invisible pizza." But just random fights that I used to get in with my cousin with. Like, she just like loves to recall those stories.
Okay, so we're going to kind of move on to like growing up in school.
Oh.
How would you describe yourself as a child?
In what way?
Any way, any way you want. I don't know. Just how would you describe yourself?
I don't know.
Were you a troublemaker? Were you?
Nah, I think I was just shy overall. I mean, I would, like during recess, the school had like you could go anywhere in the school during recess.
Yeah.
And it was a big ass school, and we didn't really have that much supervision, so we would explore around the areas. But that would just happen with my friends. Like other than that, I was mostly just shy. Like I was trying to be a good student, but mostly just I guess a shy kid.
Did you have a nickname?
I actually didn't. I didn't get a nickname until I came here to the U.S. Then they started doing that old Andre 3000 stuff, Andre the Giant, just because, like, I guess they haven't met an Andre before. And I was pretty short, too, so, like, Andre the Giant was, like, funny to them.
You're the first Andre I've met, too, so there's really not that many. Who were your best friends?
How young are we talking? Because I had different best friends every time.
You could talk about your current best friends.
My current best friends?
Yeah.
Okay, so my current best friends. So on top of them all is Sean. He's my age. I met him in high school.
How old are you, by the way?
Oh, yeah, I'm 24 years old, going on to 25 this August. And, yeah, he's the same age. He's going to be 25 in June. And Yeah, we met in high school. Like, we didn't think we were going to be that close of a friends. After we graduated in my yearbook, he put, like, you're a cool dude, but we're probably never going to see each other again since we're going to different colleges. So I guess it's his goodbye. That was his, like, signature on my yearbook. Jokes on him, though, because I still see him, like, at least once a month right now. But he's a cool dude. We grew out our hair together. So, we also grew our beard together, too, but his beard is way better than mine. I mean, he's half Pakistani, though, so, like, he has, like, strong beard genes, I guess. We might go see a UFC fight in June. I don't know. That's still in the books. But usually, yeah, like, that's one of them. The next one is Edgar. Oh, shit, he's already 25. He's the shortest out of all of us. He's a really cool dude. He has the best job at the moment because he just switched jobs, and he had like a freaking like 10,000 it's like a whole 10,000 a year difference. But it's in the suburbs, so that kind of sucks. But he's cool too. I met him in high school as well, and Danny, I also met him in high school. He's a cool dude. He can be too much of a square sometimes, but you know, like, he's still a cool guy. Yeah, those are my 3 best friends at the moment.
Okay. How would you describe?
Oh wait, Oscar.
Oh, okay.
He's also a really good friend. I met him at work about 2 years ago. He started out like trying to hang out just because he heard that I played the guitar. But I don't play it that well, so I was like, yeah, bro, let's not play anything. But then he would insist, so then we just started having jam sessions, and now we're really close friends.
Oh, so you played a guitar?
I try my best, yes.
How long have you been playing?
Freshman year high school. That's when I bought my first guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
How would you describe a perfect day when you were young? Or just a perfect day in general?
When I was young? When I was young, I don't know, have a parrillada.
What's that?
The barbecue that I was
barbecue.
talking about,
Okay.
yeah. But then have everybody leave at a nice, reasonable time so I could just like, watch a movie with my parents and sister.
Okay, you can go now.
Okay,
Thanks for coming.
Go now. Thank you for coming.
Go. So I can go
It's time
watch
to
it.
go.
What did you think your life would be like when you were older?
Well, I definitely did not think I was going to be in the U.S. for sure. I honestly have no idea like what I thought. I was just trying to do my best in school. But I knew I wanted to be some type of a doctor sometime because I had my like illness thing that came through when I was like 8. So I was interested in medicine, but I don't know if that could have happened if I was in Ecuador. But I have no idea what I thought. Like, it's completely like, yeah, if you ask like 7-year-old me where I would be at, like, he would never guess that I would be like in Chicago studying psychology, going into grad school in Michigan. That's crazy. Like, I didn't even think I would ever see snow in my life. So, like, there was a huge plot twist around, like, age 10.
Do you enjoy school?
I mean, to my best, yeah. To the full extent, yeah, I guess.
So what are you going to be studying at Michigan?
I'm going to be in their program of behavioral neuroscience. The lab that I got accepted into focuses on addiction, and specifically that of cocaine addiction. They use some RAD model to study this. I was with you last summer, so I was able to like mingle a little bit in the lab over there, and I was working mostly like in techniques that deal with like they put neurobiology next to like biochemistry, and they use those to get the answer. So just like studying cocaine addiction use in rats.
Yeah, we did very different research.
Yeah, you did something about old people, right? Older adults.
Yeah.
And provision of their transportation.
Yeah, making bus Right, it's easier,
Um,
which is important.
why is it important?
Well, we're interviewing you right now.
Okay.
Was there a teacher or teachers in particular that had a strong influence on your life? This could be current or present or past.
So the most current one that has had a big impact on my life is Dr. Herrera. She was she taught a class that I took called theories of. She teaches theories of intimate relationships, and it was one of the first classes I took at the university that I am in right now. And she suggested I get into research after, because every week we would go over journal articles, and she said I should get into research. So thanks to her, I got into the MARC program, which put me in the lab, which connected me to Michigan State, which is basically why, she's a big reason why I'm at, why I'm going to start school in Michigan State next fall. So, it was cool to have somebody believe in me, and then, connected me with the right people and all that. It was pretty neat. So she had a big influence on my life, I guess.
Is she your PI now, or is she just a teacher?
Oh no, she's just a professor at the university. I haven't had a class. I barely see her around the semesters,
Mm. Was that one of your favorite? That was one of your favorite classes, you said?
Oh, the class was really fun, but she was one of my favorite professors. Because the class was talking about she started the class saying all relationships no matter what end. I was like, no, they don't. She's like, yeah, because even if they stay together, one of them dies, and then that's it. I was like, well, that's a way to put it,
I mean, it is true, sure.
No, yeah, but I was like, okay, I guess. But I don't know. The class was really fun. It taught you about attraction, fidelity, sexuality, and it was pretty cool. 5 stars, recommend.
All right, thanks. If I ever go there. What are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? So what if we get back to that one? I don't want to get too personal.
What does your future hold?
What does my future hold? Possibilities. I don't know.
So what do you want to do after you get your PhD?
Well, get a nice postdoc position. Maybe University of Michigan, I don't know. They do study cocaine addiction there too. I've already looked into it. But yeah, hopefully, follow the 10-year path. Get my own lab, get my own ranch, get my own cocaine. For research though.
So you would want to stay in this type of research?
Oh yeah, definitely. Neuroscience has so many different topics, and there's a lot of them very interesting. But addiction is something that every time I would take a side course, I would always get the book and always go to the addiction chapters, just because I thought that was really dope. And yeah, so if I'm able to stay in this type of field, I would love that. Yeah.
That's interesting.
And they also use reconsolidation theories to try to look at addiction, and reconsolidation in itself is just learning and memory, and to learn about learning and memory, really, wow, let me understand that.
Is there anything... Oh, here. Is there something that you've always... Oh, is there something about me that you've always wanted to know but never asked?
Oh, several things. Can I ask right now? Or
You can
what's
ask
the situation?
one of them.
I can ask one of
You
them?
can ask one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just save that one for later? Because I don't want to waste the opportunity to ask you something about a year that I don't know. So
Okay.
yeah, let's get back to that one.
All right. So, besides guitar, what other hobbies do you have?
Besides guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, just the generic stuff, you know, like TV shows, books, drinking.
What do you like to drink?
Anything that's available, you know. But if I had to pick, you know, either whiskey or rum. But like dark rum.
Can you make drinks?
According to some people, I can't. But according to the customers they serve at the restaurant I work at, they really like them. So I don't know. I guess it's on the personal opinion of that one. I can say that I'm better at making drinks at my work since I have all the materials and ingredients and like cups and everything. And I guess that when I'm making them at home, they're a little bit, you know, like sloppier.
Okay. What do you like to read?
What do I like to read?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's assigned for class. I mean, but when I was like young, like my favorite book was, you know, Harry Potter, and I would read that all the time. And a great friend of mine actually like bought me like a really great friend, like she's amazing. She bought me like the whole book series as a Christmas gift. So I've been rereading the series right now. Like I'm on the 6th book right now, the Half-Blood Prince. Yeah, she's the best.
Do you wish you were a wizard?
Hell yeah! Like it would be amazing. Like in the 3rd book, Hermione got a time turner, which allows her to travel back in time, but she just used it to take more classes. And like I totally get her because like imagine like you're a Muggle and then you discover there's wizards. Like you would try to study every single subject in magic, you know, like. Imagine having a freaking wand or a broomstick and flying around. Or apparating from one place to the other. Like, come on, it's pretty neat. Like, wouldn't you want to be a witch? Play some Quidditch and shit?
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that.
You'll pass on playing Quidditch.
I'm scared of heights. Can't do that.
But you're on a broomstick. You're not gonna fall down. You know, like you'll be good.
Half of the people fall during the game.
You don't know. That's not true.
Yeah, isn't that how Harry broke his arm?
No, I mean it's dangerous, but he did it like. It's safe, okay. The greatest wizard of them all, Dumbledore, is there to protect him in case anything happens.
Oh boy.
Another great book series is Game of Thrones too, A Song of Ice and Fire. If you were trying to ask that question, I don't know. But man, that story is so good. Yeah, so A Song of Ice and Fire is the best book ever too, you know. Great story, great delivery, great characters. But not such a great author, though, because he's a jerk because he won't release the last 2 books already.
So next question.
Okay.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't think I do. I mean, I believe in infatuation at first sight, but love at first sight, I don't know about that. I mean, it hasn't happened to me, so I don't know.
What lessons have you learned in your relationships?
What lessons have I learned in my relationships? Well, I've only been in one. So, what lessons have I learned from it? No, just patience, understanding, and yeah, I don't know, like peace and understanding. What else have I learned? Trust. I don't have like a lesson, like where like, like but like yeah, like overall, those three things, I guess.
Okay.
And I mean love too, so.
Are there any funny stories or memories from your life that you want to tell me about?
I have this great bus story if you want to hear it.
I would love to.
Are you serious?
Go for it.
Okay, I mean that's the first one that came into my mind, but I don't know. Okay, I'm nervous now.
Storytelling.
So there I was, right, on a gloomy spring day, back in like 2016 or something. I had bought just a pair of new headphones, right? But they were the headphones that you kind of put in your ear and they block all type of sound. Not because they're super expensive, it's just because they're like that, like cushiony and big. So, and you kind of use your like hearing for like balance. So just important that for this story, my balance was not like at the best of its ability, right? And I was taking the bus from one campus to the other one, but it was a regular CTA, Chicago Public Transportation bus. Because the school is kind of like, the two campuses are kind of far away from each other. Mm-hmm. And I hop in, and then there's this one seat that's across from the door, from the back door of the bus. And I just sit down over there, and I was drinking in my water bottle, right? I had my water bottle, so I like to drink water from time to time. And, I was sipping it and drinking it. But I didn't cap it, because I would take a sip, and then, like, 5 seconds later, I would take another sip, so it wasn't capped. And then, like, this older gentleman gets on the bus, and he, like, stands sort of, like, in front of me-ish. And it was kind of crowded. And he was also Hispanic, and I didn't want to be like, hey, sir, would you like my seat? Because I didn't want to, like, be like, offend him in a way that, he's like, I'm a man, I can stand up for myself, or blah, blah, blah. I was overthinking the situation way too much, so I just decided to get up from my seat and go to the back of the bus. That you had to use stairs, and that's why I think he also stayed by where I was, because he didn't want to go up the stairs. So I just, like, got up without saying anything, so he would take my seat, and I would go get the seats that are up the stairs to the bus. So I decided to get up, but that second, the freaking bus decides to, brake stupidly. And my water bottle wasn't capped. So, and my balance wasn't that great either. So when the break happened, I was able to grab a hold of a post or something not to fall. But the water, kind of splashed onto this other dude that was this other dude was standing by the exit of the bus, by the back door. And I completely just the dude was soaked with water, jacket all soaked, and I'm just, and the floor is all wet because I spilled that significant amount of water. And then I'm like, I hope this doesn't want to fight or anything. So, but and also with the headphones, when I sometimes speak with headphones, they tell me to be quiet. So I didn't want to yell out loud, I'm sorry. So I kind of wanted to whisper it. But in the end, I don't think I made a single sound because I was just mouthing the words, I'm sorry. But then the dude didn't acknowledge it at all. And I didn't know if he was just trying to ignore what had just happened. But he was just on his phone and he continued talking. So I was I guess he didn't notice that he just got soaking wet because he was wearing one of those waterproof jackets. So I just take a seat behind him because that was the only available seat at the moment, and I was just nervous. And then now that I'm going through the story, I realized that it wasn't that funny of a story. But but okay, I sit down behind him, and I'm like scared that the second I sit down, I kept the water bottle and I hide it in my book bag just so there's no proof that I ever had a water bottle. And then I'm just nervously looking at the dude, trying to see if he like really didn't notice that he just got soaking wet. And everything's going cool. I'm on my phone, everything's chill. And then I see the dude looking at like his jacket, and then he starts looking at how wet it is. And then he looks at the floor and he sees a huge fucking puddle in the floor. And then, like, the next thing he does is what, like, kind of broke me. That is that he looked up to the roof to see where the leak was coming from. Because he thought that, like, it was raining down on him or something. And when he looked, because he looks at his jacket, he looks at the floor, and then he looks up to see where it's coming from. I was like, he definitely did not notice. I just splashed him with a whole bunch of water. And then he sees that the roof is completely okay, you know. He sees that it's 100% all right. And, you know, he just starts looking around, and I try to put my best, you know, like, face to make sure that he doesn't think it was me. But, you know, like, I don't know. He probably still doesn't know where the water came from and shit.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I hope it just, you know, yeah.
Okay, 2 more questions, and I think we're almost out of time. How would you like to be remembered?
How would I like to be remembered?
Yeah.
By who?
The world.
I mean, I don't really mind if they. I mean, I don't. I mean, if I influence somebody in the good way, great. But if like it depends on who. Like the world, I don't care. But like if it's a specific person, then like that would change, you know.
Okay. For your great-great-grandchildren who is listening to this years from now, is there any wisdom you'll want to pass on to them? Always keep your water bottles.
Always keep your water bottles. Yeah, don't be stupid.
What would you want them to know?
Just to relax, you know, like chill. I mean, be on top of shit, but don't stress too hard, you know, like enjoy life, you know, like make sure you enjoy life too, you know. Like put in work. Yeah, you know, it's hard to think about something about wisdom like right now. Haven't given it really much thought.
Okay.
Just enjoy life. It's short.
Okay, Andre. Well, thank you for letting me interview you. That was very interesting.
Oh, no problem. Can we go back to that question where I get to ask you a question? Or is it too late for that?
Do it really quick.
I mean, I still don't have a question, but, you know, I would like a little bit of time to, like, think about the question.
All right. Maybe next time we'll do a part 2.
The part 2?
Well, keep thinking.
Is
there anything else you want to add before I end it?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good. What was your favorite food when you were like 12 years old?
Does it have to be when I was 12?
When you were like before starting high school? Like, what did you love to eat?
I think it was just Jat's Pizza, pepperoni.
You've been in it for that long already?
Since day one.
Since day one?
Day one. And it had to be the squared one.
Oh, yeah, the 8 square pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, it's way
ranch.
better than the triangle pizza.
And it has to be
with ranch as a side, or with ranch inside the pizza?
As a side. It had to be the school cafeteria ranch, though. You know, the...
It had to be the school cafeteria ranch, right?
Yeah. That was...
Have you ever found, like, a ranch as good as the school cafeteria ranch? Still to this day?
I haven't found it since that. Yeah, no. Every Friday it used to be Jat's Pizza. And I have not yet I've not yet found a ranch that great.
Damn, I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right.
I mean, we can end on the sad note now.
Okay. Well, yeah, again, thanks for joining me.
No problem.
It was great learning more about you. Thanks for your storytelling.
Thanks for interviewing me.
Okay. You have a good day now.
You too. Have a good day, sir.
All right. Thanks. Bye.